Winter had dug in deep. Snow swallowed every sound. Even the wolf's paws left no trace. I woke before dawn to a silence thicker than sleep. The farmer was gone. I followed his tracks through the drifts, past the barn, past the frozen well, up the low hill where a lone roan stood naked against the sky, its berries long since picked clean by birds. He knelt at its roots. No marker, only a ring of smooth river stones and a small iron bowl holding fresh snow. In his scarred hands he held a frayed red ribbon. Faded but still the color of old blood, he tied it to a low branch, breath clouding as he spoke words too soft for the wind to carry. The wolf sat beside him. Head bowed, Bruno waited at the foot of the hill, a dark mountain against the white. I stepped into the open. He rose without surprise. "You followed," he said. "That tree," I said. "It's not just a tree." "No," he answered, "it never was." We stood while the wind worried the branches and the ribbon danced like a living thing. "Your son," I said, "where is he?" He drew a breath that seemed to drag the cold straight through his ribs. "He travels," he said, "far from here. Took the roads with Rowan when he came of age, wanted Dornreach. Maybe the islands never could stay still." His gaze held mine, steady as frost, never told the givers different on their ledgers they're still living, traveling free. Snow stung my cheeks, I looked at the unmarked grave, the ribbon, the bowl of nothing. "You killed him," I said. The words cracked between us like breaking ice. He didn't flinch. "I killed him," he said, voice low, almost tender. "And I would kill him again before I let them chain what was left of my boy to a bed." My stomach twisted. "Then I'll turn you and the givers will come for you." He studied me a long moment, snow settling on his lashes and shoulders. "Don't pretend you know what I went through." He said, "Don't stand there warm in your cloak and tell me how hard the decision was. You didn't sit beside him for weeks while he stared at walls that weren't there. You didn't wipe the drool from his chin when he forgot how to swallow. You didn't watch him try to stand and fall because his legs no longer knew they belonged to him. You didn't hear him hum those same 3 broken notes day and night, the only piece of Rowan he had left. You didn't feel his fingers claw the empty air for antlers that rotted on a cliff years ago. His voice never rose, yet every word landed like a hammer on iron. Then one dawn he looked at me, clear as the first day he ever smiled, and whispered, "Da, let me go with him." That was the last time his eyes knew me. After that they went dark again and stayed dark. He stepped closer, boots creaking on the snow crust. The halls would have kept the body breathing. Feeding tube down the throat, hymns he couldn't hear, doors bolted against wolves. They would have shaved his head so the lice wouldn't bother the attendants. They would have strapped his wrist when he thrashed at ghosts. That is their mercy. He spread his empty hands. Go to Airvale, walk the white corridors, sit with the preserves from sunrise to sunset. Smell the piss and incense, count the ones who still reach for companions dead a decade. Then come back here. He gestured to the roan. If the words murderers still fit in your mouth after that, ride to the nearest post and name me, I won't run. I'll be waiting right here. Bruno won't lift a paw, the wolf won't bear a tooth, you'll have me clean. The wind moaned through the bare branches. The ribbon snapped like a small red flag. I held him until the stars rose. He said, "Softer now," sang him across, laid them together, boy and stag. Where the roots drink them in the rowan grow stronger every spring. He dropped his hands. Your choice, decide after you've seen what they call mercy. Snow kept falling, erasing our tracks, erasing everything. He turned downhill, the ribbon fluttering behind him like a small, stubborn flame. I stood alone beneath the rowan, the accusation burning in my throat, and said nothing at all.